Hi, this is Janie with Paper Compulsions, and I wanted to show you how I made these boxes that look like books. On these I used Graphic 45 paper, and I made the box bottom and attached it to a cover, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. On this outside cover, this was the Graphic 45 Signature Series coordination line that distresses really well because it's a coordinations paper. This one has a white core so that when I sanded it, it looks really worn, and then I inked over it with Distress ink. These two were just regular boxes that I made into books. This one, this larger one, which started my idea, was actually part of the Staples line of Graphic 45, and I cut this section off and made this one into a box that looked like a book. Now, I did notice that there was, on the original box, there were magnets on this edge, and there were metal pieces on this edge, so that when it was originally closed better, it would stay closed. But by the time I took that off and put several layers of paper in here, it doesn't want to close really well, which is why I thought of making some of the other boxes. And then I latched them all together with a little belt. So in order to get from not having such a gap in it, I'll show you how that I covered those so that it would close a little better. Okay, I made another video showing how to make the basic boxes, and you'll want to look at that because I'm not going to go over all that again. But you'll take the bottom part of the box and essentially, here's the bottom part of the box. I took thick cardboard that came with the packaging of my scrapbook paper when I ordered it. When they send it, there's a thick cardboard in there that helps the paper from being bent, and I just cut that up to reinforce the sides of my box. This was regular cardstock. I cut the cardboard strip and covered it in regular copy paper, printer paper, and then wrapped it around the sides of my box to reinforce the sides. The bottom doesn't need to be reinforced because it's going to be glued to the cover, and there's cardboard in there also, so I don't have to worry about the bottom right now, just the sides. So once I got the bottom of the box and covered it in this cardboard, I'm going to take another piece of cardboard, and this is going to be my cover. This will be the inside cover. This will be the outside of the cover. And I will come back and put the more cardstock on top for the outside cover. But let me show you how I came across this size. Whatever my box was going to be, I wanted to make this a 1/2 inch longer and wider than the box. If you're starting with your image like this one, I needed to have the box just a little bit larger than this image. So I started with what size the outside cover would be, and I made the box a 1/2 inch shorter this way and this way, so that you have a little bit of an overhang when you're through. It's about 1/4 inch. I didn't do quite 1/4 inch on this one, but you get the idea, so that the cover is a little larger than what the box would be, where the pages are, or would be. So, if this was, let me just go ahead and glue this down because you've seen what I did. And I used a combination of glue and tape on these, but you can use whatever you like. I'll show you a quick little tip. When I'm taking the cardboard, this is just really thin for an example. But I don't actually measure all these out. I know that that's going to be a 1 inch wide is what I had my box depth as. So I cut 1 inch strips, and I just put a little tab on that side so that it can overlap the other side, and then stretch this out, bend it over, and then bend it over on this corner so that I'm not sitting there measuring everything. So that's covered. And